Welcome back to Surviving Mars. Today we're going to be welcoming our first human colonists to the planet. It's a nice song. We're going to request a passenger rocket. The passenger rocket will deliver colonists and a minimal food supply to Mars. We'll highlight an applicant to inspect their traits. Well, this guy is an alcoholic. So I'm going to say no. We don't need any alcoholics. We have a hippie botanist. I don't know. I was looking for bad traits. Here's another alcoholic. So let's not have any alcoholics. And then we have a hypochondriac who likes to visit medical buildings and take sanity damage if he's not able to do so. Maybe not that person. All right. So we have a lot of botanists. I don't know. How many botanists do we need? Viratika Basu is Indian, female. Gluttonous. Well, I don't know. I don't need a gluttonous officer. Ying Lao officer is rugged, no comfort penalties when eating unprepared food or having no residence. That seems like a oh no. I clicked him away. I didn't mean to. I meant to lock him. All right. Well, we have plenty over here to choose from, so let's find an officer. We don't need a gambler. Arnaud David is a gamer. He likes to game. He recovers sanity when gaming. That'd be all right. Isla Griffin is a nerd who gains temporary morale boost every time a new technology is researched, but she is an alcoholic, so no. Cassius Grant is a young officer. Melancholic, increased performance penalty when at low morale, and that can be caused by sanity breakdowns. Well, I don't know that I like the idea of sanity breakdowns, certainly not in an officer. All right. Who's Montana Lincoln? Eats double rations. He's a workaholic. He's rugged. Well, you know what? We're going to take Montana Lincoln. All right. Let's see. We're going to take all these people away. We're going to make our own selection because this is important. All right. So Donna is a gamer and a glutton and an enthusiast. We need a scientist. Religious scientist. So she has increased performance when at high morale. Advika Agarwal. Yeah, sure, we'll take her. Let's see, geologist. She's composed. Sanity losses are halved. She's fit. More health recovered while resting. Can work when health is low. Yeah, Courtney sounds like a good person to have around. Let's see, medic. Workaholic, but a party animal. No, I don't need a party animal. Here's a rugged male youth engineer. No comfort penalties when eating unprepared foods. Yeah, so this guy is no problems. Lives on canned chili without any complaints. I like him. What do we got here? We need a botanist. Who's Stein? Stein is a female adult botanist. Gambler. No, we don't need gamblers. We're not going to Mars to open casinos. Annika's a vegan. Now, I don't know if a vegan alcoholic is the best person to go to Mars. Here's Lydia. Lydia is a female workaholic botanist. Yes, she's a workaholic. She likes to work. Sounds good. And Pamela. Pamela's a workaholic and a survivor. She's an American. Individual performance increased by 20. No penalty for heavy workloads. Loses less health without food, water, and oxygen, or when living in an empowered dome. All right, sounds good. Now, do we need any tourists? I don't think so. We don't need tourists. We're trying to get some work done. So I'm gonna say we're not bringing any tourists. Now, that's a total of 6. So I wonder if we should maybe do 6 are specialized and then 6 have no specialization, but they're reliable, good people that we can trust. Zach is fit, no specialization. You know, Zach doesn't have any vices, so we'll bring Zach along. I kind of feel like we might want a second scientist because in the environment of Mars, I feel like I would rather have 2 scientists than 2 officers. Like you didn't need a lot of people to tell folks what to do, but you do need people who know what needs to be done. So I'm gonna say let's get a second scientist. Tanya is sexy though. She's got an increased birth rate, and she's a hippie. And she's a hypochondriac. Well, she's a little bit unusual in the sense that she seems to be... She's a paranoid hippie who's very sexy. Maybe we need this because we're going to be building a colony, so a good birth rate might be excellent to have. So we can have a little bit of a quirky scientist if she's going to be helping us keep our colony's birth rate up down the road. I guess we'll overlook the weird behaviors because she's sexy. Now, maybe a second engineer. No, he's a loner, loses comfort every day while living in a dome with a population over 30. Zan is Chinese. We don't have 30 people, though, so I don't know that would be a problem. Bruce is a middle-aged male from China. He's a workaholic and he's fit. Yeah, we'll bring him along. So now we're... how many people do we have here? 10? So we have room for two more people. We'll bring probably four people who are maybe another botanist. If we find a good botanist, we could bring a second botanist along. So at this point, I'm really looking more at their traits. Here's a young female who's rugged. We'll bring her. Good. Okay, so that's 10. So we do have room for two more. I don't need another scientist. I have 2 scientists.
This is Quantum Sonics. I'm Joy Garemican, your choice for a radio host.
Ming is a survivor and a geologist. We'll bring Ming. Here we have a sexy hippie engineer. I will bring Alexis. Sounds good. We got room for one more. Maybe a botanist, an officer, a botanist, or no specialization. Oh wait, no, that's 12. That's everybody we have room for. All right. So we have 3 with no specialization, 1 medic, 2 scientists. We have an officer. We have a botanist. We have an engineer. We have 2 engineers and 2 geologists. And I guess we'll call this ship Enterprise A. Of course, a nod to Star Trek. Okay, that's our team. That's our team right there. We're gonna launch. And So we have Enterprise here, and then we have Enterprise A. And the flight is in progress 2% of the way. So now I think perhaps what we should do is we should request a supply pod and request food. Just because I feel like it would be a really good idea to have some extra food on hand, just in case we need it. So we're launching another supply pod with food. Okay. So we'll speed up the game now because there's nothing else to do. Look at that. There was a comet just, I don't know. Is that a comet? A big rock just plummeted into the ground nearby. It's a dangerous place to be here in Mars. Looks like we're building up a lot of waste rock. I suppose I should build another storage space for waste rock. Large dumping site. So we'll put a dumping site right here.
Meteor shower incoming.
Oh no. We have a meteor shower incoming. The region is about to experience a meteor storm. Buildings directly hit by meteors will be in need of repairs in order to function again.
The reason is that the dust in Mars' atmosphere scatters blue light in a way that creates a blue aureole near the setting sun. Which do you think is more beautiful? The Martian sunset or the one back on Earth? Here's another song.
Really do like the Mars music radio stations. Quite nice. Okay, looks like our food delivery is here. We can see those meteors dropping all over the place. There's a whirlwind over there too. That's interesting. Like you can see them. Oh no. You can see where they're going to hit all over the map. That's crazy. It's interesting how you can zoom way out, or you can zoom in. And it doesn't really switch to a different view. It's the same view. It just zooms way out. Thankfully, it looks like a lot of those meteors are hitting over on the other side of this mountain range. So far we're all right. Hopefully we don't get hit too hard. "19 more hours of meteor storms." Looks like they're getting closer. That's not good. Like they were mostly over there, and now they're more closer to us a little bit. I hope they're not going to come all the way down to where we are. "11 hours. We're gonna wait to land our new rocket of passengers until this storm is over. Is So I'd hate for something bad happening to our new citizens. Those kind of looks like those meteors are getting closer. We're right there. We're gonna need to figure out what our plans are gonna be for the future next time. Because what if they hit us next time? Are we gonna be all right? Could be a bad deal. 4 hours left. 3 hours. We might make it through this one.
Anomaly found.
We found some new anomalies. Okay, good. All right. So the meteor storm is now over. Okay, good. So we are going to welcome our first human settlers to Mars. Where do we want to put that vessel down? I think we'll sit down right there. And there's the ship. We can see it coming down slowly. Can you imagine being on the surface of Mars watching a ship come down from the sky? That would be so epic. And there's the shadow of the rocket as it slowly lands. And we have a touchdown there. It's the very first humans to come and make Mars their home. And we're gonna want to send this rocket back.
New colonists have arrived.
And there's our new colonists making their way into their new home. Isn't that awesome? Look at him go. It's pretty cool. And they immediately go into their little houses and start relaxing, having some fun. Very cool. All right, so suggested buildings. Well, first of all, let's take a moment and send our first rocket back to Earth. And it looks like it is refueled and ready to go. I don't know how it managed to do that because I didn't make any effort to refuel it. And I don't think I've been creating fuel unless it's fueled by water or something like that. Or did it come with enough fuel to take off again? I'm not sure. Well, anyway, it is able to go back to Earth, so we're going to send it off. And there it goes. Now, it is a pretty epic sight. Okay. Well, we have our initial team. And now, let's see about building some new buildings inside the dome. We don't need any more living complexes. What's the difference between a living complex and a living quarter?
This is Quantum Sonics, and I'm Joy Garemican, your Martian host on the non-existing air above the hot crimson soil.
We could build a nursery, playground, school, research lab. So the game is telling us we ought to consider building a research lab, so who am I to argue? We'll go ahead and do that. We have 10 electronics.
Full of hope and determination, the first founders have set foot on the Red Planet.
The next 10 souls will be full of difficulties and dangers, but also with great promises and opportunities. It is now up to us to prove that Mars can be a doorway to greater riches and the future of the human civilization. Even the most epic adventures begin with a single step. Arrival of additional colonists temporarily is suspended until the colony proves able to sustain human life. Your founder colonists must survive for 10 souls before additional people can arrive. The colony will be evaluated positively before the period ends in the event the first human is born on Mars. If you feel you're up to the challenge, try constructing a medical building and raising the comfort of the founders as much as possible with service buildings. Right. Now, I wonder if we can we build a rare metal extractor? Yeah, I think we can. Then maybe we can gather a few extra resources here because we do have a research node right next to the dome, which is great. And we're going to need prefabs from Earth in order to build an electronics factory. Right, so guess we can't build it yet because we haven't researched. Okay, so we haven't researched how to make it yet. So we could order one from Earth essentially as of prefab.
Joy Goremican, and you're listening to Quantum Sonics, music radio on the bringer of war, better known as the planet Mars.
Resources are low.
Now we're going to build another windmill. Looks like we do have enough resources to finish our rare metals extractor and our research lab. But we're running out of machine parts. Now can we make machine parts? Like we can't yet, so well, let's request a fuel refinery so we can produce fuel from water. And a small machine parts factory.
Mama, I'll take you home when you got into some troubles lately. Long away from you, Mama, gonna let me hold you straightly. Got so cold while you're waiting.
Yeah, I guess we can.
Sometimes you're gonna
I guess we'll have to launch. We'll launch it with just those two buildings.
It's a shade on your palette. It's okay to be funny. Sometimes you're gonna let me gaze on you, honey. Get a face on your target. Sooner or later you want it.
Okay.
Mama, you rest your bones. Let your fingertips go down easy.
And there we have it.
Like honey, honey. Mama gonna let it hold you straightly. Got so cold while you're waiting. Sometimes
Oh.
you're gonna
I was trying to connect the power cable to the water line.
Sometimes you're gonna let me gaze on you, honey. Get a face on your target. Sooner or later you want it.
And our two prefabs have arrived.
Welcome back. Did you know that
Research
Mars
complete.
has its own counterpart to the man in the moon? Early photos of the surface showed a stone formation that looked just like a man's face. However, this turned out to be shadows cast from a giant rock, together with the human propensity to search for faces in non-human objects, a psychological phenomenon called pareidolia. Oh dear. It's definitely time for the next song.
We're going to build a fuel refinery. Because we do have a prefab for that. We've researched Martian vegetation. We've made the first step successfully toward turning Mars into a lush green heaven by unlocking the seeds resource. Seeds are stored in specialized storages and used by forestation plants and open farms for planting vegetation outside the domes. Most plants require some terraforming progress to be made. Check out the atmosphere, temperature, surface water, and the vegetation coverage in the planetary view. Improving these terraforming parameters will improve the productivity of some buildings, decrease the severity of disasters, and ultimately may render Mars lush, breathable, and covered with liquid water. All right. We do have an advanced Stirling generator. It has a maintenance requirement of 2 polymers. We'll go ahead and build it right next to the dome here. I didn't realize I had that prefab. That'll help me quite a bit. Now we can build the small machine parts factory.
Research complete.
We have a leak. Well, that's not good. How do I fix it? Will the drones fix it? Yeah, the drone is fixing it, I believe.
Resources
Yep.
are low.
We're running out of water. We do have some water stored in tanks, but we don't have enough, so we need to... We need to increase our water protection.
1 minute at a time to go from here and just sweat it out. 1 minute at a time, you lock your head and your curl falls out. One slowly comes to rise a million
Terraforming buildings are now available. Construct them to consume seeds, affect the local soil quality and vegetation, and to increase the 4 global terraforming parameters of atmosphere, temperature, water, and vegetation. Check the terraforming build menu section. Okay. Kind of feel like we just need to try to survive right now. I don't know if we're quite at the point of terraforming Mars. So I don't know if we're fully established in terms of just surviving Mars.
time to go somewhere when the fuel is out. 1 minute at a time, you ask me how, baby,
Here's some buildings not working. Oh, okay, so they're just full. So I think what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna build a diner, because I feel like of all the things that probably would be a need, having a place to eat is probably going to be pretty important to our colonists. So we have a problem with water production because
Research complete.
we need machine parts. So we can't do that, so let's request a pod full of machine parts, because now we're starting to have equipment breakdowns. It does look like we are producing a little bit of machine parts here. But we're also out of them, and that's causing a problem. Because right now we're not producing any water
Quantum Sonics, the music station for the
here.
new Red World.
And we also have one windmill that has broken down. There's our supplies, so we should be able to get these repaired pretty quickly, I hope. Thankfully, we do still have some stored water, so we're not in a critical situation. But I am definitely glad that I did think about building those water towers early. Always pays to be prepared on the front side so that you're not out of luck on the back side. Looks like our storage space for concrete has become full, so we're gonna build another one there.
Alien world. That takes
Hmm.
guts, to say the least.
When life gives you lemons. After all, purpose is the strongest long-term driver. Since arriving to Mars, Advika Agarwal's enthusiasm has proven to be above average, even by founder norms, and the prodigious productivity displayed can be boiled down to one simple explanation. Advika Agarwal really loves doing what Advika Agarwal's doing. Excellent. Yep. We have 3 souls left before we will be able to, I guess, prove that we had what it took to keep our people alive. Our buildings appear to be functioning. We're doing all right. Our little happy people are living there inside their base. Let's see. How do we go see them to see how they're doing? Command center, I guess. Colonists. There we go. We can see their health, and not quite sure what these particular symbols mean. They all appear to be doing all right, though. We don't have any homeless, unemployed, or problematic colonists. They've assigned themselves to jobs, I guess at random. They seem to be doing all right, though. The only problem we seem to have is just that this building keeps producing more concrete, and it's not able to get it out of its storage fast enough. That's about it. So we had to build that new storage area. Say what else we can build. I think there's a lot of things we could build, but I don't think we need to build any more things. If I was going to do anything, I'd try to figure out how to produce polymers. I think we can. Is that an inside thing or an outside? Okay, so that's outside. We could put our polymer factory right there. We just need concrete, metal, and 5 building, 5 machine parts. That's all right. We can do that. I don't know if we have enough people to work there. We might have to shift some people from another work site. But we are producing factory parts. And there it is, coming together. That building animation is really cool. Alright, so we don't have enough workers for this. We can change the skin. That's cool. We can change how it looks. I do like that. Alright, so I have one colonist working there. We're gonna need more people.
You're listening to Quantum Sonic's Martian Songs with an Earthly Touch. I'm your host, Joy Goremican.
So we're gonna need to produce food.
No active research. Research complete.
I don't know if one hydroponics farm is enough. So what I need to figure out is how do I move my... How do I reassign my colonists to specific jobs? So I can see them.
Anomaly found. Meteor incoming.
The meteor coming.
has always inspired mankind's imagination. In the 20th century, composer Gustav Holst
So I
composed
can
The
select
Planets, an orchestral suite for
colonists
all
and then
planets
reassign
named
them
after the
kind of
planets in our
manually.
solar system. Each movement tries to convey the influence that the planets were believed to have on the human psyche, according to astrological theories. Let's see if this next song influences your psyche.
It's kind of clunky there.
This will go down in history.
The long-time dream of the human civilization as a whole to settle another world has come true. To be among the people who made this happen makes me feel enthusiastic and proud. We are already swarmed with applications for relocation to Mars, and the wanderlust and enthusiasm of these people makes me proud to be a human being. The Red Planet continues to be inhospitable and even dangerous, but we as a species had always displayed the ability to adapt and improve. The adverse conditions will only make us try harder, so I say, bring it on. The colony has been evaluated positively. Additional colonists can now be called from Earth. We have a serious adventure ahead of us. It's the doorway to the stars. We've passed the approval stage. Excellent. Alrighty then. I'm gonna have to tinker around a bit to figure out how to balance my colonists between the various workplaces, because it seems a bit... I think I'm missing something, because if I go to the command center menu and I go to these colonists, it feels like yes, I can double click them and then I can right click to tell them where I want them to work. But I feel like I ought to be able to just drag them around, and I don't know if there is an option that I'm missing. Like, I ought to be able to just say where they work, like, without really having to go outside that menu, and I'm not quite sure if I'm missing it or if that's just how it is. Anyway, I'll have to mess with that another time. But the good news is we've passed our probationary period. We have got 12 people living here successfully on Mars, and all things considered, it looks like we're doing all right. We are producing 1 food, consuming 2. So it does look like we are going to need to build a second hydroponic farm. Prolonged cold wave has devastated one of our rivals. The damage done to Paradox Interactive's colony is extensive, and many of their colonists have died from the various shortages of life support resources caused by the cold. Despite what our relationship with the rival in question might be, our colonists have begun signing en masse a petition demanding we send financial aid to help the colony get back on its feet. Well, we have 25 billion, so I guess we'll We'll go with option 1. We'll send them 1 billion, right? Yeah. We'll do the right thing for them. Because we're all in this together, right? I guess. I'd imagine so. And we need, I guess we need another solar panel, or a windmill, I guess, here. So we have a bit of a power shortage there in one of our buildings.
So happy to be. Oh, let the rockets lead to some kind of new life.
I guess we need a water connection there, huh?
Let the rockets guide you.
Built a pipe valve. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to just build a pipe.
So
There we go. Alright, well, for the time being, all is well, and that's where we're going to call it for today. An end to this episode. Next time, we'll continue the effort of recruiting additional colonists to our new little base here on Mars. Till next time, thank you for watching. Goodbye.